What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. So it's later morning, but I want to get out here and try and tackle getting our green beans harvested, because in this row here there is a bunch of early contender bush beans that are ready to be harvested. So I got a basket and I want to get those pulled. And then something else I would like to try and tackle today, if I can, is I would like to get the last of our onions harvested. We had our onions go to seed. They got very stressed. We had an abnormally cool season, and then it kind of went from hot to cold, back to cold, then to hot again. And so that definitely stressed them out. And when onions get stressed out, it will cause them to bolt. It will cause them to go to seed. And so we had a good deal of onions do that. Now, what we've been dealing with right now has been extreme heat and loads of rain. And so I would like to try and get them harvested, because I noticed a couple of them out there started to rot. And I was like, I would like to get all of them out of the ground before they all rot. So that's something I would like to try and tackle today. It is supposed to thunderstorm again this afternoon. So I'd like to get these beans all harvested, and then I would like to try and pull all of those onions if I possibly can. So here are the green beans in here. You can see there's quite a good deal of green beans. And I just want to get these pulled because I know that these are going to need to be harvested. And I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it. But aren't those beautiful? This is probably going to be, I'm just going to make a judgment call here. I'm going to say this is going to be our best green bean year we've ever had since living here in Georgia, because we have never planted this many, and the plants have never put on this many green beans. So fingers crossed here. We'll see how many we pull out of this row right here. And just in case if any of y'all are curious, the variety that I'm picking today is called Early Contender. They have pink flowers and their beans come in first. And then behind me, I have Blue Lakes, and those have white flowers and they'll come in a little bit later. But they are definitely, they're just now starting to put on a couple of pods. So nothing wild going on with those yet, but these ones have gotten to be quite a decent size, and I'm very excited. Now that is a pretty full basket of green beans. So I grabbed another basket because I found a couple of odds and ends that need to be harvested out here. Like these tomatoes, look at that. They could be left to go, that's okay. That can go in the compost. Let's see if this one's okay. Oh, that one's beautiful. So this could be a little bit more ripe, but in the situation of that one, like obviously that's not cool. So stick that in the basket. And then I did find a sick plant right here. So instead of leaving it to grow, I'm gonna pull off all the green tomatoes on it, because I wanna pull this plant out because this plant won't survive. Look how beautiful this pumpkin is, you guys. This is a Connecticut field pumpkin. Isn't that beautiful? It's not massive, but it is huge compared to what we've ever grown before. Isn't that wonderful? I'm so excited. And there is another one growing right here. No pie pumpkins, but we have a Connecticut field, and then we have this one over here. So very excited about that pumpkin. Look at these eggplants. These are the Midnight Queen eggplants. I got two quite large eggplants on here. We have some more coming in. We also have a lovely flower. They have the most beautiful, delicate flowers. I just love them. Here's another eggplant forming right there. And then here's another one forming right there. I'm so excited about this eggplant. It is so pretty. All right, so I got some harvesting done that I wanted to get done. I also found some surprise things tucked here and there. But I'm getting ready, the space ready for the onions, and I'm in the metal shed, and it is really hot in here, and ideally, you want to avoid that if you can, but I don't have a space anywhere else, and the onions need to come out. So it's kind of one of those things that I would say the hardest thing about gardening sometimes is the fact that the garden runs on its own schedule, and you have to work around it, and I think sometimes it can be frustrating because, you want the garden to work around you, but you have to work around the garden. And so that I think can be one of the most frustrating things about it. But I did cure our garlic in here. It did fine. It's in the house. It's all stored up now. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull all of our onions. I'm going to load them in the wheelbarrow, and I'm just going to cart them right into here, and I will show you the setup we have for them. It is absolutely nothing fancy. We have the extra pallet with the hardware cloth that I dried the garlic on. I threw down another pallet, and I'm just gonna lay them out on a single layer. This way, it keeps them out of the weather. It's nice and dry in here. I can't do anything about the humidity, but they'll be able to cure over here and stay good and dry. So I'll just bring them up and lay them in a single layer on this pallet, on these two pallets. So I was getting ready to lay these onions out, but I have to show you this first. So this is more of this is a decent sized large sweet onion. That's just a good sized sweet onion. Check this out. Is that not wild or what? It's huge. That's a massive sweet onion. I wish they were all this big. All right, so they are all laid out. The majority of them are red. I do have some extra space here. These onions over here all need to be come inside. They need to be washed and cut up because they're a little soft, and some of them, the outsides of their skin aren't good. So I want to take those inside, and we'll use those and make onion rings or something. But I would dare say that is a pretty decent haul, especially compared to last year. It was much smaller, so pretty good. So we have had some extremely hot weather come through here. The heat index has been 110, and it's been in the upper 90s. So it's been very, very hot. And the chickens do not like the hot weather. And so we actually have had an industrial fan set up outside of their run, and we've been blowing that. They've been having foot baths, cold water, Hydro Hen, which is probiotic and electrolytes for the chickens, making sure their water's cool. And then we also put in a window unit in their chicken coop. It's not going to permanently stay there, but it's going to sit in that window, and we have it turned down really low, so that way it's not freezing cold. It's just enough to bring it down, 10 or 20 degrees in that building because it's so hot out here. And when it gets really, really hot, the chickens do go inside of their coop, and they will stay in there with that kind of cooler temperature in there. Yeah, it's been pretty hot out here, and we have been having it's been insanely humid because we've been having thunderstorms roll through almost every day this past couple of weeks, or definitely this week. So it is starting to thunder, and the clouds are starting to roll in, so I'm going to change up their water and turn on their air conditioner because it's very, very hot out here. How's everybody doing? Doing good? Glad to hear it. I'm going to go ahead and change this water and their foot bath. Josh worked on this. We got a bucket from Tractor Supply, and we put the waterers, the water cups in here, and you just have to rinse those out with the hose when they get junk in it like that. But they have figured out how to use it, and they've been enjoying it. Have you been enjoying it? I think you have. Here come the storm clouds rolling in. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you liked this video, please let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. It lets me know what type of content you guys enjoy watching. If you want to stick around, all you gotta do is click that big red subscribe button. Feel free to comment down below, and if you never want to miss an upload, all you gotta do is click that bell icon. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.